Hello and welcome to the e-course Pronunciation and How to Teach It. I'm Carlos and I will be helping you with any queries concerning everything we need to know to improve our pronunciation as non-native speakers of the language and be able to help our students with theirs. One of the things you mentioned in the assignments is that you struggled with vowel sounds. This is a diagram of the vowels in English. As we can see, vowels are produced depending on where the middle of the tongue is placed, that is, front, central, or back, and the position of our jaw, which can be high, mid, or low. Bear in mind that if we pay attention to the tip of our tongue, pronouncing the vowels might be confusing. Instead, focus on where the middle of your tongue goes. Besides, how rounded or spread our lips are also play an important role in vowel sound production. The schwa is the most abundant vowel sound in English, and it's the sound that most of you commented in the assignment as problematic. But we are here to help. The schwa is the lax, mid-central vowel. To make this sound, our tongue should be relaxed, in the middle of the mouth, with a slight jaw drop. The sound should be very short, as in the word the, accused, amused. Remember that whenever we speak fast, all the unstressed vowels can become schwas. And when used before the sounds L, N, M, R, the schwa gets absorbed by the consonants, as in burn. Remember that the schwa is never stressed. This sound is very important and can be contrasted with the wedge, which is a similar but stressed vowel, as in the word butter. Another sound that you asked me about was the one in cat. It is a long vowel and it should be stressed. The tongue goes more to the front and the jaw opens a bit more than with the schwa. And voila, we got it right. You can practice other words with this sound. For example, banana, grasp, and fragile. The next vowel sound you mentioned was a bit challenging is the short vowel in put. It is a lax sound, so move your tongue to the back without dropping your jaw and make a short relaxed sound. Another thing that you mentioned in your assignments is diphthongs, and I included a list of English diphthongs here, which I hope comes in handy. Now I'd like to talk about voicing. Voicing is the vibration of the vocal cords, and this concept is key to be able to distinguish between certain sounds in English. One of the problematic sounds is z, but if we apply the concept of voicing, it can actually be pretty easy to produce. Practice the s sound, like s, and now make your vocal cords vibrate. Now combine them. Z. You see? Here we go. Now you can practice saying zero, size, etc. This sound is very common, and I already included a chart on how to use it with plurals in the reading material. The palatal alveolar fricative can be voiceless, sh, as in shampoo or sharp, or voiced, z, as in television, conclusion, pleasure, unusual. This sound is particularly difficult for many of our students, but as far as we make them aware of the voicing, it can actually be a little easier to pronounce. Now let's take a look at the labiodental fricatives, f and v. Lower lip is in contact with the upper teeth. The fricative voice is not very strong and barely audible. So here we have some words. For the voiceless one, we have fan, and for the voiced one, we have van. Now let's look at dental fricatives. We have and th. The tongue is normally placed behind the teeth, with the tip touching the inside of the lower front teeth and the blade touching the inside of the upper teeth. The air escapes through the gaps between the tongue and the teeth. Example words we have thumb, this, either, father, breathe. Another type of consonants that also vary with the voicing is the stop sounds. The points of articulation in the sounds B and B are the same. P is bilabial plosive, but voiceless, and B is voiced. And the difference would be pay and bay. T and D are both alveolar sounds, both stop. Your tongue should be placed behind your upper teeth. For the T sound, there's no vibration of the vocal cords, and for the D sound, there is vibration of the vocal cords. Practice t and the. For example, time versus dime. I included these sounds here because they are softer in Spanish and we tend to mispronounce them. The velars k and g also differ in voicing. K, coal, g, goal. Remember that every time P, T, and K sounds are stressed consonants, they should include aspirations. For example, tears, cry, play. Another feature of English sounds is nasalization, and vowels often become nasalized before nasal consonants. For example, we have can, and we can see that the vowel a is actually nasalized because it is preceded by an N sound. So we have can, ban. Another important thing I would like to mention is the production of consonant clusters. This is usually difficult for our students, and it's even difficult for us sometimes. One of them would be sixth, and for this we have many consonants going on. So we have the k sound, then we have the sibilant, and then we have the th sound. When we can pronounce them, when we can combine them all, we can pronounce the word sixth easily. Other examples of consonant clusters include the nasal plus stop, for example, camp, stamp, or nasal plus fricative, womb, or Thames. And we have also stop plus stop, for example, kept or tracked. Or we can also have the stop plus nasal, like written, bitten, or we have the stop plus lateral, middle, huddle, and then we have the nasal plus fricative. We have bench, lunch, and fricative plus top, best, or draft, etc. I would like to mention that I did not include suprasegmental features in this video since I wanted to focus mainly on sound production first, but the following video will definitely include these, and we will also see stress, intonation, as well as other features like connected speech and reduction of vowels and consonants. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope this video was very helpful.